back to another episode of Over the Curve podcast, a Formula One podcast for fans old and new by Formula One fans old and new. We are talking about Monza with the OGT Honey Badger and Chakuri. Woo woo woo! Hello.
Thank you
The
for
old
this.
fan of the podcast, old fan of the podcast is here after a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Our official over the curve historian, F1 historian is here. and
Thank you for calling me a historian. I love to be a nerd like Seb.
yeah, you are as close as we get because I am watching the older seasons, but like it's hard to remember everything. But I remember the important things, like how
Hmm.
Pastor Maldonado won his race in 2012.
It's
Space,
not Pastor Maldonado. It's
It's
Lord.
Lord
Mansi, you're
Maldonado.
going to hell for this.
It's Lord. How can you not use that title? He is the Lord. The end all be all of Lord.
This is
Yeah.
the fourth time I'm listening Pastor Maldonado from your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
One more
now we
time,
have
I'm
to.
going to kill you.
It's going to be penalty. Great penalty for Mansi.
For speaking of great penalties. What a segue. What a segue. Speaking of great penalties, let's talk about
A race
so
that was a
many
penalty in its own.
so many great penalties. So of course, like it's been so long, I don't even remember how many people got what penalties. But what I remember was that the outcome of the qualifying did not matter because the grid was going to change drastically.
But I have one
Qualifying
question.
became irrelevant.
But since last few races it is happening, if Verstappen is not on the pole, then somehow he gets to the podium first place. The qualifying doesn't matter nowadays. Now I have stopped giving interest to qualifying that all. I am done with qualifying. It's just it's kind of like that spark of joy that you want in F1, which just goes away. I am done with qualifying now.
Yeah, similar kind of feeling for me also. I'm not excited about qualifying anymore. Maybe Q3, maybe yeah, a little, but Q1 and Q2, nah, I can just skip it.
For me it's the opposite, like at least after Spa, in the couple of days that followed Spa, I think the Red Bull dominance was so, like, I don't think I've ever seen the Mercedes make up places like that in their dominant era. Maybe I've not gone to maybe I've not watched those races yet. But like in
Yeah,
Spa, Max started what, 14th, I think, 14th,
yeah,
He
yeah.
and
overtook half the grid before lap one.
yeah, and
Eight. He was at P6 or P8 at the end of lap one.
Yeah, I'm like, what is happening? Did
I
everyone just
don't
move
think
for him?
I don't think that Mercedes has ever had that kind of domination. Like this is a different level of
Uh,
domination.
No, I think they have
you're
Mercedes
wrong.
have had. I
Okay,
think
so
2020 entire season, entire 2020.
okay, 2020 season. Oh, 2020 season I've seen. 2020.
Even before that, also Mercedes had some races where they, swept off the field completely from starting from the back of the grid. I can
Okay.
remember those races in 2018. Also, there are like two of them.
Okay.
You remember
Even 2021,
2019,
the Brazil, 2021 Brazil, bro.
No, but like
2021 Brazil.
no, but look, it took Lewis like a good 60-70% of the race to reach to the fucking start of the, like to catch Verstappen. Like I think he
Hmm.
got to Max around lap somewhere between lap 40 50, that range out of some 70 odd laps. Like Max Verstappen was leading the race by lap 12, I think, in Spa.
Yeah. That's because
Yeah, 44
Ferrari were
laps.
just
Yeah.
Ferrari were just reacting to Max Verstappen, and they're not following their own strategy to
That's
win the
their
race.
problem.
Apparently,
Wait,
That is
Ferrari
yeah.
has a strategy?
plan,
That's the most important question here.
plan A to plan whatever. But yeah, we have talked more about Spa than we have talked about the race we are talking about. But yeah, multiple grid penalties. The problem is that, I think the rules are still not clear to the FIA because it was so long. It took them so long to give out the final grid, what the starting position was going to be. And of course, I have the regulations printed out, and the way way the regulations have been written, it's that the place grid penalties would be applied first, and then the back of the grid penalties would be applied. But Michael Masi had inserted a rule saying that each driver has to serve their full penalty. So there was a lot of speculation as to where Max would start. Would he start P7 or P4? Did not matter. I mean, it was just like how long was it going to take Max to start leading the race? But yeah, that was the speculation. So I saw grids where Max Verstappen was starting P4, and I saw grids where Max Verstappen was starting P7, and none of those none of those starting grids were from the FIA. That's the problem. It's just fans speculating, and depending on which camp you are, they had different starting grids, which was annoying.
Hmm.
So,
Do you think FIA has now stopped giving shit about what happens in the race? It's just like bhad mein jao.
I mean,
I would like to add one point more. Bhad mein jao and let Max win.
Yeah, yes,
yes,
yes. We don't care about anything else. Just let Max win, and we are all fine.
Yeah.
yeah, it.
Wait, how many races Max won this season?
I think
Eight.
this was his 10th win.
What?
10. So
Yeah.
he's 3 away from the record, right?
Three away
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the
yeah.
record and 7 races, 6 races remaining.
6
So,
races
so
left.
it is officially a bigger dominance than Mercedes dominance in a racing calendar because Lewis has never won these many races in a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
think
if you look at
Lewis's
it that
record is
way,
11 races in a season, and the top, which is 13, is shared between Michael
Vettel,
Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel. Yeah.
yeah, Vettel and Schumi. Now, okay, now comes the most important question. Lewis ka record to he will be breaking. We know that. We know that for sure. Do we want like what would happen if he breaks the Schumi Vettel record? Like, will the Vettel fans who have now become Verstappen fans because they hate Hamilton for breaking Vettel's records, will they start loving Verstappen or start hating them because of the same reason they hate Hamilton?
I guess we'll find out. But okay, I have a correction to make. It was his 11th win, so he's already equaled Lewis's record of
okay.
most
Great.
wins in the season.
So
So
regarding the question you asked, Shakuni, I have something to say.
Hmm.
Uh, as far as I know, 2013 is the season where Sebastian Vettel had 13 race wins, right? If
yeah,
I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
The final
that
year.
was a pure no final year is 2014. His Red Bull final year.
No, no, I'm saying the Vettel dominance final year.
championship time,
Yeah, yeah,
final
yeah.
time.
Championship final. So I think that season Vettel was in prime form. It was pure
Hmm.
pace, I think, and combined with the Red Bull car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But now what's happening is, so even let's say in 2020, Lewis had an amazing season, and that's due to mostly the car being extremely far off from the rest of the grid, right?
yeah,
True.
With the DAS system and all.
yeah.
And now what's happening is I'm not sensing the dominance from Max Verstappen because it's mostly the competing team which is consistently fucking up and throwing
Yeah,
their wins away.
yeah, yeah.
So
To an extent, yeah.
I'm not feeling the dominance which I felt with Lewis and Sebastian right now with Max Verstappen. That's my point.
Hmm.
Sure, he's winning the races, and if you show to a person that he has won these many races and he has broken the record, you will say, "Wow, what a great driver! What a great dominance!" Right? But when you have the context
Hmm.
of Ferrari being the being fucking up every race after race, and throwing points away, wins away, strategies away, everyone away, Leclerc away,
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
you would
I
say
mean,
might be not so dominant. Don't get me wrong, Max has improved a lot from 2021 season, and he's on another level this season. That combined with the Ferrari fuck ups is making him look more dominant at the level of likes of Sebastian and Hamilton. So yeah, that's my point.
yeah. But like as for the record, I don't mind if he gets the most wins record, because to be really honest, I don't think anybody is stopping him first. Second, I think the record I don't want him to break is the consecutive wins that Sebastian Vettel holds right now, which is 9 consecutive wins. So I just
Oh,
want somebody else
How
to
many does
win.
Max have right now?
Okay, so France. Okay, so Austria was the last Charles win. So France, Hungary, Belgium, Netherlands, Monza. So he has five. He
five.
has he has a race streak of five. Out of the six races, I think Singapore is the best place for anybody else to take a victory and break his consecutive win streak. I don't care if he gets the most win records. I am not ready to lose Sebastian Vettel and one of his records in the same year. I don't mind if he breaks it here. don't don't. It's taking away too much. This year is taking away too
But I
much.
think he's breaking the consecutive win. Who is stopping him?
I don't know. Like, man, I
I
can just
see one thing Ferrari is still not doing it. No ways. Not possible Ferrari doing anything. That is a for
So
sure.
I am thinking of a. I am guessing a Mercedes win is coming in Singapore this year.
yeah, same.
I was just about to say like a Mercedes comeback would be so awesome. And thank you for just taking my the words out of my mouth.
I am
I'm
guessing it completely. I have a hunch that Mercedes going to either of the Mercedes is going to win the
In the
Singapore
Singapore
GP.
one.
But just imagine it would be so fucking amazing, man.
I
Like
wish
a
it to be
Mercedes
Hamilton.
comeback and then like the final stretch of the battle with Mercedes versus Red Bull again.
So
Oh
I
god.
think as of right now, as long Charles, so Max has to win Singapore GP,
Hmm.
irrespective of where Charles finishes. No, but I think
Win the
Max
title?
needs to, yeah, for the title to be over, Max has to win. But if Max does not win and Charles finishes anywhere above P7,
Hmm.
the championship battle as such is still alive.
Oh, but
This is
till how
what
many
Okay,
days? Till the next race.
till the next race.
till the
But
next
yeah,
race.
I mean,
That
it
is
is
not
a
changing
like
anything.
that's not changing
Dude,
anything. It's just that Max Verstappen will be crowned a champion, and the rest of the season would not really matter from a championship point of view. Of course, we would still be watching because we love the sport. But
yeah. Even if Max doesn't win in Singapore, he has the strongest tracks ahead, like Brazil and Mexico.
yeah, Brazil and
He's
Mexico
too
Ooh.
strong in those tracks.
strong there. Yeah, 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 yeah. And
But
that's my hope.
Brazil तो I am sure Hamilton takes it away. मैं अभी से prediction दे
Nope,
रहा है Hamilton pole. I mean
Nope, nope,
podium.
nope, nope,
no,
nope, no, no,
no,
no.
no, 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 no.
That Mercedes is not going to be the strongest car in Brazil. As much as the Brazilian people, us and Lewis Hamilton, all would want for Lewis to take the win in
मैं see
Brazil.
I don't care like if I lose it 100% and I get 0 points on that. I don't care. But मेरा prediction है Hamilton podium खत्म. Because it is
Podium is
Podium
possible.
maybe.
Podium
no
Podium
like pole
maybe.
maybe.
podium. So like the first position basically. Podium. When
No,
I
no,
say
no,
podium,
no.
it's
Pole,
the
I don't
first
think
position.
so.
No, I don't think Brazil is the track. I think for Mercedes, I think the best chance is Singapore. To an extent, I can see Suzuka as well as a track where that Red Bull straight line advantage might not be there. But to be very honest, like the last couple of races are they're just Red Bull tracks, man. Like hats off to Adrian
I know.
Newey. Like he designed a phenomenal car, and Max Verstappen is just on another level.
But I still feel that Mercedes is having a small comeback. Like they will fight for it now. They will fight for that second position. वो ऐसा इतनी easily हाथ से नहीं जाने देगा.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, they are, and like, I
Horner
think,
versus Toto नहीं हुआ तो सीजन में क्या मिला?
oh man, I don't want Horner versus Toto. I can't take it
Oh,
anymore.
I so want it not because of like वो ऐसा last year का कुछ revenge not for that but I just want a Horner versus Toto because both of them see one thing I love about Horner as well and Toto they live for this sport they will live
Uh,
die murder for this sport and that is something that I don't see in other like the race like the managers and all
yeah,
I
you
don't
can
see that
just say Ferrari.
no everyone like even Otmar or whatever you pick anyone take Otmar
Oh
or
my
that
God.
McLaren guy. What
We'll
is his name?
Zach Brown. We'll
Zach
talk
Brown.
about Otmar and Zach Brown in the next episode. But yeah, yeah,
I
okay.
don't see that happening. I don't see that happening with any of the other like team principals. But these two are just living, breathing F1 fanatics, and I love them for that. Horner, as much as I hate Red Bull, that is something that I respect about Horner.
Uh, I mean, I don't want to talk about Christian Horner and Red Bull anymore. So let's move on to our next
But you
topic.
have to agree. You have to agree. Apart from Toto, tell me one racing the like team principal who is as invested in the sport as Toto.
No, I think that this winning at any and all cost mentality is something that I can uh,
Not
uh,
any at all cost, but what I'm saying is the investment or the love for the sport.
I agree.
yeah, I agree to that, but as long as they don't
And
take it
that's
too
why
far.
they
Like
are
I think
dominating.
last year,
See, the reason why they are dominating, the reason why Mercedes, even not at their best, is still competing for that second position
yeah,
is because of this.
man, that is mind-boggling to me. Like they are fucking competing for P2 in the constructors, man.
And it is not the like, oh, as a second, third, fifth, seventh, kuch bhi nahi. There is the car speed is not at all anywhere near the grid, and they are still going on. Okay, like, आज तेरा भाई podium लेके आ रहा है.
I think what Mercedes has done really well is that they've maximized every single race weekend based on what their car can do.
Yeah.
I mean, George Russell still hasn't finished outside of top five in any
Hmm.
race that he has finished. Like with the exception of Silverstone, where he crashed out,
But apart from that, he is finished P5 every time.
he has finished under P5 every single race weekend, which is crazy. And if this continues, and like if he can carry on that streak, that is another
And
record that
Hamilton went pointless only once, na? Yeah, only once he was in P10 or something, right?
once or
Hamilton has
twice.
also had a good season this year.
Yeah.
Compared to like the way their car is, pretty decent season for him as well.
Yeah. I agree.
He did it in a cold, rainy night in Stoke.
Yeah, I think Hamilton has not scored in Imola and in Spa because he crashed into Alonso. His mistake.
Hmm. No, what I'm saying is apart from like finish the race out of points.
That was Imola.
Imola, na? Only one race.
Only one race. Yeah.
So that's also pretty decent, man.
Yeah. Okay, so coming back to
Monza.
Monza, and let's get to the race, man. Nyck De Vrie to Williams. Let's just confirm it, man. I don't know if this is going to happen. I think Logan
I am not
Sargent is,
liking it. I am not liking it.
but
Only with one race.
but if only in one race, like, dude, this season's best finish for Williams is ninth position that Nyck De Vrie got in.
It could be an outlier.
Could be.
It's see, I don't agree with this. Like with this entire, oh my God, Debris is the next guy. It's like
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
No, I'm not saying that he's the next guy, but what I'm saying is that
It is too soon for
if you
Williams. It is too
consider
soon for Williams.
if you consider the fact that he got to know on a Saturday and he had some 40 minutes in the Williams after having driven the Aston Martin on Friday. He jumped into that Williams on Saturday, had a 40-minute practice session, out qualified Latifi, and managed to score points in his first race. Like that if you put some context to it, that's impressive. I'm not saying he's the next world champion.
You do
I'm not
understand
saying
you
that.
are saying out qualified Latifi. You should not say anything after that. That
No,
sentence in
no, but
itself is a full
no,
stop.
I
You tell me,
understand
see,
he's
okay, you
the
tell me that
laughing
he out
talking lead.
qualifies like someone like, for example, who is a good driver in
No,
this
but
paddock?
he got the car into Q2 at least. I think he got out in Q2. I don't think he reached Q3.
Q2. He finished what 12th, I think.
Yeah, and then I think after penalties it was like top 10 start. But
Hmm.
still, like I still think that given that he had such little time in that Williams, like it's not like he's the first time he's driving an F1 car. I still
But
think
you
that it
do
was a
understand that he has driven the Williams car in practice sessions before also. So it's not exactly that 40 minutes that
Or
everyone is floating.
but the cars have also been like it's so track dependent. Like every single race weekend, it is so track. Like people more experienced than him in Formula One have said that the cars have been difficult to understand every single race weekend because of the ground effects and because of how the car has been designed and the new regulations and whatever. So like I know that the hype around him has been too much, but you can't deny the fact that he
He
has
had a good race.
proven he had a
He
good
had a
race.
Yeah.
good
No,
race.
he
I
has.
would say he had a good race, but
So
I don't agree with anything apart from that.
No. But
yeah,
so
two
like
things.
anybody saying that, oh, he's become too old for Formula One, like there's no point, this, that, blah, blah, blah. I don't think. And I don't think that, I don't know what Williams should do, but I think they can have a better driver pairing than anybody than Latifi in that second Williams seat. They can actually have a better finish in the constructors if
So
they have two good drivers.
two things I wanted to say. Yes, there is a lot of hype around him right now. And also, I wanted to say he had a very impressive race, not denying that. But can you decide that Williams it belongs to him based on this one
Yes,
performance? Absolutely not.
yes,
No,
yes,
no,
yes,
no, no, no.
exactly.
I said that the first thing I said about Nyck De Vrie to Williams, and then the first sentence I said after that was, I'm not sure if it's going to be Logan Sargent or Nyck De Vrie, but like
None.
that's the first
I
thing
mean,
No,
I
I'm
no,
saying
said.
none of them have
not
proven
we are
anything.
not talking about you. Talking
I
about
think
the
you're talking
hype
about the,
around him.
just the general hype around
Yeah,
him.
The
F1
general
fans
hype.
going nuts.
People being like, he is who will bring F1 out of the, I mean, Williams out of the Rumbles. I'm like, fuck off. Have you heard of George Russell?
George Russell battled for 3 years, raced for 3 years without a point, dude.
Yes, and
And
then so George Russell deserves the all the praise he gets for the Williams driving because he was there
exactly,
through thick and thin. He is the one who got them out of the
It's
chaos.
not, but it's
exactly.
not Nick De Vrie's fault if he hasn't been with Williams through
No, no,
thick
no.
and thin.
We are not saying it.
No, no,
It
no.
is everybody's
I am
fault
saying like
as well.
calling Nick De Vrie the messiah of Williams is wrong,
Oh
is what
yeah,
I'm saying.
Messiah is a bit too much, but I think for Nick De Vrie, he couldn't have asked for a better F1 debut, and he could not
Yeah,
have done anything more.
See, the point is Nick can be an option for Williams, but as people say, get him a seat, get him the Williams seat. No, that shouldn't be the case.
so I'll give you another example of why I think De Vries is too overhyped. The prime example this year is Joe. Dude had a
Yeah,
great first race, great
exactly,
first race,
exactly.
and then he's just nowhere. You
Bro,
I
can
do
mean,
say
you
that the
know
team
how many
fucked up. You
times
can say
Zoe
that
has DNF'd in this season?
again.
not due to his own faults.
Yeah,
That like
but he is nowhere na. I'm not saying that Spark neither in qualifying. I understand. Chalo, race में हुआ problem. I understand. In qualifying, how many races has he gone to Q3?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very few.
And that Alfa Romeo is a good car.
it's not a
Bottas
good car.
has,
It's not a good
It's
car.
not a good
Bottas
car.
has
It's not a
It's
been
good
not
like,
a good car.
but
for
it's
the
not that bad of a
No,
car
but
also that you
then
can never go to
you
Q3.
you can't compare what Bottas is doing in that car and say that, oh, Zoe is performing shit. He's not. He's a rookie. He's
In
a
the same
rookie
car.
driver. Yeah, but he is still a rookie driver. And Zoe has had so many DNFs this
Joe
year, and
had
it's
DNFs.
yeah, left, right, and center. He was DNFing.
Yeah, mostly not because of his faults too.
Yeah, it's mostly the car blowing up.
But
He has not
qualifying,
crashed.
I understand about the races. I understand about the races, but the qualifying. In
Agree.
qualifying also, I'm not able to see much of him. Nah, that's my question. Races,
Hmm.
okay, I understand DNFs, strategy fuck ups, everything is taken. Everything taken into consideration. But
Yeah.
qualifying is purely driver, nah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think it's fair.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you can't even perform in qualifying, the first race that he had amazing qualifying. He was beautiful on that track. But since then I have not seen him anywhere. He didn't do anything. It's just
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
gone.
So
There have
Okay.
been
basically,
times
that.
I see him fighting for that 18th position with Latifi. Come on, Alfa Romeo इतना भी बुरा गाड़ी नहीं है.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So maybe this is an outlier from Nick De Vries as well, but he can be an option. I cannot deny it.
But not the
But
permanent solution.
he is not. He shouldn't be the only choice for Williams, though.
Yeah,
That's
He
my
is
point.
not.
exactly.
He's not. They're anyways considering, I think, Logan Sargent from what I've heard, and there
Hmm.
might be other people that they are considering. But what I'm saying
And
is that was one
also
heck of a debut. That was a
another
good
Dutch
debut.
driver on the grid.
Ah.
Yeah. My God, you should have seen some of the tweets. Oh, we'll finally have a Dutch champion on the grid or something like that. I was like, guys, okay, it's okay. Like, I
The
mean,
Dutch fans going crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's quickly talk about the Monza curse, and then we will talk about the end of the race. So
Yeah.
at least now we know for sure that Verstappen's streak of winning will come to an end in Monza next year because the Monza curse exists. He's won the race this year.
Yeah.
He's going to
He
DNF next year.
he's going to DNF next year for
So
sure.
there's one race prediction for next year that is set, which is Max Verstappen DNF in Monza. Yeah, so it's definitely ending in Monza.
This has been happening since last 3 years, right? Only.
Since 20, I would say, yeah, 2020, I would say. This is the third year because I don't think before that, I don't think did Lewis retire in 2019?
No, 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 no. He didn't.
Won Spa in 2018.
He won he won Monza in 2018. In 2019, you had that amazing battle between Leclerc and Lewis.
Not there.
Some
Not there yet in
amazing,
my.
amazing 40 laps of racing between the
Oh,
two.
40 laps of racing. Yeah.
Amazing 40 laps of Lewis hunting down Charles.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
actually I overset the number. I don't think 40, maybe 30 or 30 odd laps maybe.
Yeah.
But that Ferrari was so fast on the straight, that pit straight, Monza straight,
Mm.
and Lewis was hunting down Charles, and there were so many things going on the track, and Lewis finally couldn't overtake, and I think, what's that thing? He flat spotted the tires, and he went into that zigzag thing at first corner,
Yeah. The
the
chicane.
bollards. Yeah, the chicane. So and later on, Bottas went on to Leclerc, but he also couldn't overtake.
Mm.
He had a fair enough chance, very good chance in one lap for Bottas to overtake, but Bottas, being Bottas, he fucked up in that first corner itself. He went too wide.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
for anybody who
So
does not know what the Monza curse is, so the race winner since 2019 has retired in the next race, in the next Monza race. So it happened with Charles in 2020, then Gasly won in 2020, and he retired in 2021, and then. Danny Rick happened to Danny Rick. So sad.
Danny
Danny Rick. Yeah.
Fancy, if you find time and if you find the video, watch the 2019 Monza race.
Yeah, I will. I will eventually get to it. Like I'm still doing the one race every other day thing. I'm on 2016 season.
2016, which race?
So I am currently a little behind, but I think I'm in the beginning of the season, man. I have to see which race I am at. I don't have that information with me right now, but yeah, I'm in I think I've watched like the fourth or fifth race of the season. Yeah.
Did you find anything interesting in 2015 season?
2015 season was, I think, very boring, man. It was just
Yeah, except for that US Grand Prix.
US Grand Prix. Yeah.
Yeah. Lewis throwing the cap to Nico, and Nico throwing it back.
Yeah.
Oh, the Lewis versus Nico fight.
Yeah. 2015 US Grand Prix.
Yeah, Monza curse. So Max Verstappen's win streak definitely ending in Monza next year. Until then, we will enjoy predicting who gets second and who gets third.
How many consecutive wins?
Man, I don't even want to calculate because the next year's calendar is so fucking crazy. But we'll get to that. So yeah, anything else you want to add on Monza first? Because I want to get into the last topic of this episode.
I have nothing.
I just want to say one thing, and
Yeah.
that is bye Monza.
Yeah.
Buy
Cool.
Monza forever, or for
No.
just this
Done
year?
for this year. Done for this year. No more Monza talk.
Okay, then fine.
Yeah. This year's Monza was a disappointment because I think for the last couple of years we've been getting like a surprise winner in Monza, and this year, to no one's surprise, it was just Max Verstappen winning the race. So, but let's talk about the elephant on Twitter after the Monza race finish. The safety car ending of the race.
How hard it is to red flag a race.
It is actually very hard, and the stewards had severe like pain in the hand. They were not able to lift the flag, so it was very difficult.
Also, Max was leading, right? So it's,
Yeah.
pretty difficult to red flag the race.
It's so the red flags are very heavy due to the new updates. this year they have changed the dimension of the flag, so they are a bit too heavy this year. So
Yeah.
it's not the steward's fault. It's difficult, and you also have to see that this is a racing sport, so you can't do that.
Yeah. So, but okay. So of course the safety car came out and the race ended behind the safety car, which is according to the rules, which is how Abu Dhabi should have ended.
Could
And
have
But
ended,
did it?
not should have.
But
like should
did
have
it?
like at the time, because so even this year the reason that the FIA has said that they did not red flag the races because the regulations don't say that an incident like that warrants a red flag, which is a total bullshit considering that Nyck De Vrie almost ran into that crane and it was like a very Jules Bianchi kind of thing that could have happened there. Like I don't know
But
if
but
anybody noticed, but
the thing is,
when they were reversing when they were reversing Ricardo's car back to that exit road, Nyck De Vrie almost ran into that train.
Okay, so
So
here is my point. Okay,
yeah,
I have been seeing the sport from so long, and I am not used to red flags that often until 2020 season started.
yeah,
Okay,
mm,
red flags used to be a very rare thing,
yeah. Red flag is
and
Michael Massey's legacy, among other things, to Formula One.
yes, right. So
Yeah,
I have seen so many red flags in 2020 and early 2021 season for not so dangerous things, relatively,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Like even
So
this year in Imola qualifying, we had 5 red flags.
yeah. So me watching the Abu Dhabi race, then only one thing came to my mind when I saw Latifi crash and he was right on the middle of the on the middle of the road.
Yeah,
This is a pretty red flag situation.
the red flag. It was a clear red flag.
no. See, it is not a red flag because this is a racing sport.
No,
You
like
can't
all.
finish a race in a red flag. What is
No, no,
what
no. That
don't
the
you
race would
understand
not
that?
have the race would have resumed and we would have had like 5 laps of
No,
racing or whatever. No, no, no.
See,
no.
By my
I'll finish it. Okay.
yeah,
So if I wasn't accustomed to this whole red flag thing for every small incident, I would have told the thought would have been like this in my mind that this race is going to end behind the safety car. But
Hmm.
since they have been using the red flags frequently for not all the irrelevant things also, I am like, okay,
Like
if
a
you want
car
to.
stopping in the middle of the track and those things, nah?
No. Yeah, I mean, not relatively dangerous things actually.
yeah.
So
But okay, I just have to say this one thing.
whatsoever. FIA is going to give the red flag no matter what. But idiots, they thought something else. They were smoking something else.
They always do, my friend. They always do.
The fairest thing that they could have done in Abu Dhabi was to red flag the race, let everybody change their tires, and then have a whatever 5 race race
Yeah. If
showdown
you want to give the fans a fucking finale, nice,
finale.
exciting finale, then you could have red flagged the race, and it would have
That's
been okay.
But then Hamilton would have won, nah?
yeah, Hamilton would have won. Like it's like anybody like whoever on Twitter is trying to defend the 2021 championship and how Abu Dhabi ended. Like they they literally can't do anybody who is saying that Abu Dhabi was right cannot agree then that Monza was right because it has to be either or.
Yes, exactly.
The situation is exactly the same. So either Abu Dhabi was right or Monza was right.
Yep.
Pick a lane. Also, funnily enough, on that very weekend, there was an F3 championship that was decided behind the safety car. And the crowning champion, literally in his post-race interview, said that when the
Oh,
red
yeah,
flag
yeah,
came
yeah.
out, I thought
Yeah.
that my fate would be
Would
sealed
be like
the way Lewis Hamilton's was
Lewis Hamilton. Yeah. I saw that.
in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
It is mind-boggling that everybody after Abu Dhabi that had happened and it was all the rage on Twitter and this that and everybody was like, oh, people are soon going to forget about your drivers haven't forgotten what happened in Abu Dhabi. Nobody has forgotten what happened in Abu Dhabi.
Dude,
No one. I think
for
at least once in every race, Abu Dhabi 2021 is mentioned by the commentators. At least once in every race.
Yeah.
forget about F1 drivers. He's an F3 driver who is trying to get
In
rank up
F1.
and get into F1, and he has the guts to say everything about this thing against FIA. Imagine how,
Yeah.
imagine the situation, dude. Imagine how
Also,
bad it is.
in Monza, when the safety car was out, Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes decided not to pit because it was obvious
Again.
that the race was going to finish behind safety car, and they were right, because then they would have lost track position to Sergio Perez, because it was very evident that the race would finish behind the safety car. So I think even back in Abu Dhabi, Lewis not pitting for fresher softs, because those are the arguments I hear for how Mercedes fucked up Abu Dhabi to anybody who's tried to legitimize that championship. It's like,
No,
oh, Mercedes should have pitted. No, they shouldn't have. They shouldn't
no, no,
have.
no. So I disagree with this part. They have the option to pit right when the accident happened. So I think Lewis was coming like 2-3 corners away from that Latifi incident,
Hmm.
and they have enough time to
No, he had a
get ready
12.
the tires and all.
He had a 12 second lead to Max, and even under the safety car, I think the average time lost in a pit stop was somewhere around 15 seconds. So no, that wasn't the right call, because if the rules were followed, the race would have ended behind the safety car.
He
That's
didn't.
that's the entire point.
He had
That's the
only
entire
11
point.
seconds gap.
Yeah, he
I
only
thought
had
it was
12
like
seconds.
2021.
No, no, no. It was only 12 seconds.
Oh, then it's fine. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was only a 12-second lead. They had like five lap cars between them, and it was only a 12-second lead.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
So 12 seconds is kind of risky
yeah.
and wouldn't have been possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So, to anybody who listens to this podcast and is a Max Verstappen fan, or is glad the Abu Dhabi race ended the way it ended, sorry, not sorry, but like, there's nothing anybody can say that can make Abu Dhabi right and then Monza also right. And historically, we have had a championship end behind a safety car, which was
Yep.
pretty much on, which I have seen, which was the 2012 Brazilian GP, where it
Yep.
was between Fernando Alonso and Sebastian Vettel.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's ended behind a safety car. There is a precedence of ending a race behind safety car, but there is no precedence for whatever the fuck happened in Abu Dhabi.
Charlie Whiting, dude. What a legend.
What a legend. But okay, so do you think the rules need to be changed for this for to eliminate these safety car endings or whatever?
No, I would say.
Concrete rules which will be followed every time.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Like, the reason I will never go for this, yes, you should change the rule to give a better race for fans and everything, is because the F1 has not done a good enough job to build their credibility on, giving fast, quick, fair judgments on things, and like following the rule book to the T, unless it's about jewelry and clothing and whatever.
I mean, lost the credibility, I would say, not built the credibility.
No, but like, I mean, of course, the credibility was lost in 2021, but they could have done a lot of things in the 2022 season
Mm-hmm.
to rebuild that trust in the FIA, which I don't think they have done.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
any Mercedes fan and any Lewis Hamilton fan I am still fuming. And I started watching 2 years ago. Like, I am not nearly as invested in Lewis Hamilton as people who've been following his career since, let's say, 2008, and even before that, if people were following his career. But like, I am much less invested, and I'm still angry about Abu Dhabi, especially after what happened in Monza. So yeah,
So once and for all, I wanted to make it clear too about the Abu Dhabi race in 2021. I was rooting for Max only because of
yeah.
I thought no more Mercedes winning a championship again,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to end it on a good note, not this way.
Not this way.
At
Yeah,
the
yeah,
end
yeah.
of the day, Lewis and Max both deserve the championship no matter what.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
of the season, how the season unfolded and everything, the events and all, the catfights between Mercedes and Red Bull. Keep them all aside. Only the drivers, keeping the drivers and their racing style and their performances throughout the year. I think both deserve the championship equally.
Yeah,
And I was kind of sad that Max had to face all this. The championship wasn't handed to him in a proper way.
yeah, yeah,
Max would have felt bad maybe for some time, but anyhow, that's what he didn't dreamt for. So he'll take it any day.
yeah, yeah.
But
But
I I
I
am I
still
am
think
I'm
that this should have been Max's first championship win, because this is like, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. Like it is now becoming so much more, like, especially after Monza, it's become so much more clearer that whatever Michael Masi decided to do under whoever's influence, I don't know if it was Red Bull influence or Mercedes influence or just his own brain, but like it became clear that it was done with a set agenda in mind. Like they
hmm,
deliberately wanted Lewis to not win the championship, and yeah, it hurts, man. It hurts. And like Lewis said in his post-race interview that yes, it of course brings back memories, but he said that I don't think the finish of Monza was a problem because the rules were followed. This is what
yeah,
the rules are, and the
yeah,
rules
yeah.
were followed to the T. And so he said that yeah, this is what happens. It's part of the sport, and yeah, I agree with him. And he said that there is only one time in history that the rules have not been followed, which is like,
Yes.
take my heart and stomp on it, Lewis Hamilton. Like fucking hell. Yeah. But he's right. Like there's only one time in history that the rules were not followed, and yeah,
Yep, and that costed him a eighth world championship.
eighth world championship. So yeah, it's sad. But
Dude, you cannot script this, dude. This is
dude, if
a
I
this is like
if I
a
wanted if I wanted a scripted championship, I would watch fucking Tara Rampam, dude. This is sport. I don't want scripted shit. That's
you
what they did. They tried to script it. That is what they did.
yeah.
They tried to script it for Netflix, and Netflix gave it like 20 seconds on the fucking screen. Like they did not even give it its due. Which is like, oh man.
So I was watching this video called that night in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
It has got some like crazy amount of views,
right.
and it contains all the things from starting from the media interaction on Thursday to the race ending
Okay.
of the particular Abu Dhabi GP 2021. Okay, and it was edited so well. People are commenting under the video that this is better than Netflix. This is better than Netflix.
Netflix is coming up with a thing for Premier League also, na? Drive to Survive type of thing.
Oh my god, no, please, like, just don't keep on spoiling sport. Like, the next thing we know, football matches are also being scripted for Netflix drama because they want fucking Tottenham to win the Premier League.
But aren't the football matches already scripted?
Don't take this away from me. There is, I've heard this. Don't take this away from me. No, I want to live in this bubble that football matches are not scripted.
You mean the refs are not paid? You say?
I see. This is where ignorance is bliss. If you don't follow the sport that closely and you just watch the sport for sake of watching it, you don't care about who's been paid what. Like I want to
Hmm.
live in that bubble. Like cricket has already been taken away from me because of that, because of all these scandals, like the match fixing scandals that happened, and then now Formula One has done a stupid thing, and now if Premier League also does, like there's no sport left in me. Like tomorrow they'll say even tennis is scripted, and like I'm going to fucking murder you. I don't want this. Don't want to live in this world. If sports
Tennis
are
was
scripted,
scripted, na? That's why Federer's last match was Durant Cup with Nadal.
With
Labour Cup,
Nadal, Lever Cup, Lever Cup.
Labour Cup.
Lever Cup. Sorry, sorry.
Yeah.
Also, what a legend, man, Roger Federer.
Is it?
Uh,
Yeah.
While we are at it,
If
Roger, we
you
love you.
if you did not, Roger, we love you. If you did not cry,
Seeing Nadal's and Roger picks together.
my God,
uh,
oh my God, that was
that
so
is
That
the
is
stuff
sad.
that
that is
makes grown man
such
cry.
That is the
such an
respect.
iconic moment in the sports history, dude.
That is what
I mean,
true rivalry is. Like, it's not just they are fierce competitors, but at the end of the day, they have so much love and respect for each other because, in being who they are, like
I
Rafa
mean,
being Rafa and
y-
Federer being Federer, they have not just elevated the sport, but they've also helped each other elevate their game and like reach these successes because Rafa and Roger showdowns, there have been so many in history. Like, it's fucking crazy, dude.
if you can make your rival cry while you are
Yeah,
retiring, dude, you have achieved everything in your life.
Rival, as in like the fiercest rival. Like you
Yes, yes,
had,
yes.
like people would wait in lines just to see the two of you collide and stuff, man. It's kind of like the
That
same, I think, would happen when Messi or Ronaldo retires, whoever does it first.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that one picture gave me chills, dude. Both of them
The
crying
both
together.
crying wala na.
Yeah,
but
beautiful,
yeah,
beautiful.
man.
Hey, don't cut this part, okay?
No, I won't. I won't. I won't. Yeah, it's 2022 is taking away so many legends of the sport, man. Serena Williams, Roger Federer, Sebastian Vettel. Do you think Lewis Hamilton will cry in Abu Dhabi?
Obviously, Hamilton will be the first to go and hug Vettel. I'm for sure about it.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Because I know for a fact, because even like Vettel, in Abu Dhabi last year, Vettel was the first driver to go and run to Lewis.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah.
Abu Dhabi. Oh my God.
Yes, yes, yes. Seb was the first driver.
First driver to do that. Yeah.
He's a Red Bull through and through, but he still went and first met Hamilton, then
Sportsman
went to
first. He's
Max.
a sportsman first. He can be Red Bull. I know. Like, I think there was a video that Formula One released where they asked before Abu Dhabi. I think they asked each driver who are they rooting for in this championship, and I think Sebastian Vettel said Max.
Lewis.
No,
No, no, no. He
he
said
said
Lewis,
Max.
I guess.
He said Max. He said Max. I
Really?
remember. Yeah, he said Max. But
Oh,
that's what makes that man so beautiful. It's like even when he was rooting for Max, he knew what happened was wrong, and he was the first to go and like console Lewis Hamilton. And I think a stunned
In that
silence.
sense, in
What?
that sense, even Alonso, like Alonso was so pissed about how it ended. He was literally just abusing left, right, and center in
He's
the radio.
radio.
Like, what the
there.
fuck? This is not how you finish
Rare.
a
Like,
race.
if Fernando Alonso taking Lewis Hamilton's side in somewhat way is very rare. Which is exactly,
Yeah.
even Sandwood, we were doing the race watch along. Hey guys, if you want to watch the races alongside us where we give silly stupid commentary, please follow us on Twitch and no, Kicks and Curves. That's the channel name. Yeah, on Twitch. So yeah, but Zanwood, when we were watching, Nico Rosberg actually said on the commentary that Lewis has the potential to win this race, and I was like, did Nico just did what? What did Nico say? Did he just praise Lewis Hamilton? That's
And now
literally
he's banned. Now he's banned, right? He's banned from the paddock.
he's been banned ever since the vaccine mandate because he's not vaccinated himself against COVID.
Oh,
That's why he's
okay.
banned from the paddock. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, not because of what he said, but yeah, I think I don't think he's an anti-vaxxer. I think he has some medical condition because of which he's not taking the vaccine. But whatever, man, I don't want to get into that. But yeah, that was a funny moment where on the stream it is three of us and I was like, did he just say that? Which is funny. So yeah, but I think like there are a lot of arguments thrown about Abu Dhabi, and people say that the teams decided that they would end the race under green flag conditions, but I don't think any team said that they would do so at the cost of ignoring the rules or like ignoring or like not maintaining the sanctity of the rules. So man, FIA has goofed up. Like they have fucked it up pretty bad. But apparently there is a screenshot on of the regulations. It says that the FIA can change any decision up to like 5 years or something. So this is going to be an ongoing battle about Abu Dhabi getting fixed. Like it's always going to happen. It is going to keep happening. And even if it gets addressed, it will still be talked about, but from the other side. And if it does not get changed, it is going to get talked about from Lewis Hamilton's side. Like there is no way. Like Abu Dhabi is the worst thing to happen to Formula One since Michael Mas. So it is saying something.
But this was
Yep.
also by Michael Massey. So
Yeah, that's what I said, right? That's saying something because like Michael Masi, oh my God. Like, he wanted to go out with a bang. Like, I think he was also done with the FIA's bullshit and he was tired of Toto and Christian just bossing him around. And he was like, now you just watch me, man. Just watch me. Watch me do this shit. And yeah. So, yeah, that that was it. That was Monza.
That's it for Monza, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, but hold on. I have to find out predictions because we have to do the prediction.
Where are we on predictions?
Oh
We are
yeah.
having a much closer championship than what the actual championship is, so I am excited about that. But I can't find our predictions. Man, I should have been better prepared. Okay, I found them. I found them. Okay, so Kramer predicted Max Charles Perez fastest lap to Max. Only one Alpine in points. George beat Hamilton and Sainz DNF. Man, I have not calculated the points for this. So Max is two. Who was second? Fuck, I have to open F1 website and do do this right now. Sorry, I forgot what we used to do in our race review podcast. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a good thing that it's a good thing that I'm the editor. So yeah, he said Max Charles Perez for the podium. So 4 points right off the bat, 4 points there. Fastest lap to Max. I mean, I'm assuming he got the fastest lap. I'm not sure who
No,
got the
it
fastest
was
lap.
not Max. It was someone else.
Then it would have been Charles. Okay. Monza fastest lap 2022. Who got the fastest lap? Perez got the fastest lap. Okay.
Perez
Perez
got
got.
the fastest lap.
Yeah, apparently. This is what Google has told me.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently.
Ani Badger is so shocked right now. I can see his emotions without his video
Yeah,
off.
I
He's
think.
like, what?
Yeah, I think Perez. Yeah, Perez got it. So, and
Oh,
only one Alpine in points, which is not true. Both Alpines finished outside of points. George beat Hamilton. Yep, and Sainz DNF. So that you know. So Kramer gets a good 5 points. Good for you, Kramer. Shaguni, you predicted Charles Max Sainz, fastest lap
Ah,
to Sainz. You said
the
Ricardo out of
heartbreak.
points, so that's good. Latifi above Nick, bold prediction, but that did not happen. Perez out of top five, which did happen. He finished sixth, so 2 points for you. Congratulations. Honey Badger, you predicted Charles Russell Alonso. Man, that would have been a
Ooh.
crazy pro podium. Fastest lap to Max. He said at least four different constructors finish in top five. Three only. So sorry. Both Alpines in top 10, which also did not happen, and Lewis finishes top 8, which did happen. So 1 point for you, fortunately.
yep.
And I predicted Charles Russell Carlos. Like, I don't know why everybody thought that Charles is going to win this race. Fastest lap to Max. I said at least one Aston in points, which did not happen. At least two DNFs, which did happen. And Daniel Ricciardo makes it to Q2, which also happened. Yay! Daniel made it to Q2, right? Yeah, he did. He did. Yes. So however many points I got 2 points. I got 2 points as well. So yeah, I have been behind on everything, guys. Sorry for slipping up, but yeah, that's our prediction league done. And next up is Singapore. Should be fun. What are your
No,
thoughts on Singapore?
I don't like Singapore, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not the biggest fan of the track.
I like the glittery track and the things beside the track, but similar to Monaco.
Yeah, it's quite a yeah. Even if when I'm watching like the older Singapore races, they're not that fun. Sitting to 61 laps of that is like so almost similar to Monaco. But yeah,
Yep.
hopefully this is where Lewis gets his first win of this season. Hopefully,
I
fingers
am
crossed.
sincerely hoping for a Mercedes win in Singapore, and my guess is that would be Lewis.
Yeah, I also think so.
Very possible. Very, very possible.
Yeah. All right. So then that brings us to the end of
But
the Monza.
Who is winning our prediction league right now?
I don't know, man. I've not done the calculations.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me see. Race predictions. Okay, so I have done it till Sandwood. So Kramer got 5, which brings him to 44.
Hmm.
Badger got 2, so he's on 42. Shakuni, you got 1, so you're also on 42, and I got 2, so I'm on 43. So Kramer leads by 1 point, then me,
Wow.
then the two of you are tied. So
Holy shit. This
very
is very
exciting.
neck and neck.
Yeah, very, very exciting.
Who are tied? Who are tied?
You and
Me and you.
Shaguni are tied in third with 43.
And that
Oh.
too, just 2 points from the lead.
2 points from the lead.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be a very interesting, at least one interesting championship, and at least one Charles with a title.
Ooh.
Yay, current affairs joke. But yes, on that note, let's end this podcast. Thank you guys for joining. This was, oh man, this was such a treat. And thank you everybody for listening. If you, oh my god, what did I do? If you like the episode, please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. We are now on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, Google Podcast, you name it, we are there. You can also check out our videos, our videos on YouTube. If you have any feedback for us, or if you want us to cover anything, or if you want to be part of the podcast, please write to us at overthecurvepodcast@gmail.com. You can also reach out to us on our Instagram at overthecurvepodcast and on our Twitter at overthecurvepod. We also do live race and qualifying watch along. So if you are up for that, you can follow us on Twitch. We are called Kicks and Curves, and yeah, we do race watch alongs, and it's just us being stupid. So thank you everybody, and bye bye.
Bye.
Toodles.
Bye. Okay.